Hey, what's going on? Oh boy, this is really nuts. This is really nuts. You're gonna want to tune in for this. I literally had no one to tell, so I figured, oh, I'll tell YouTube because that's what I do, right? This is what I do every single day. Let me just post this on my Facebook so people can join in. Am literally being scammed right now in a job interview. Join me live. See if this gets people in here. This is too crazy. Hold on. I'll put the link in the description if I can. I'm so serious right now. I am so serious right now. So where do I begin? What job is this? It's for a video editing position. I'm really being scammed. I'm speaking with the person who is scamming me right now in the thing. Hold on. This is not clickbait, people. I'm trying to set this up. I literally did this on a moment's whim. I just put this up. I have hold on. I really want to make this work here. Okay. Hold on. I just gotta comment this. There we go. All right. Now you have my full attention. All right. So where do I start? Ralph says they got you selling cutlery or something. No. So it's a job interview for being a video editor, right? And they set up a job interview. Here, let me go to the screen. Just so oh God, I don't even know. Great. Follow the briefing and we can ask a bunch of questions on. This is totally bullshit, man. This isn't a real, this is absolutely fake. This is absolutely fake. Hold on, they're taking forever. I thought I was going to get on like a video call. There's no video call. This is not that they've been communicating with me through this thing called Wire app. That's the other reason why I'm doing this right now too, because I want people to be aware of the situation. You should all be aware. Should you be unemployed like me and apply for a job and they're trying to get you to buy iPhones, because that's what they're trying to get me to buy, an iPhone and an iPad. And as soon as I saw that, I just went, wait a minute, there is something super, super wrong here, because I've never, ever, ever worked at a job that wasn't like a restaurant job where they ask you to like buy your own uniform, but you already have the job. Like I don't even have the job yet. And they're trying to get me to like trying to get me to buy an iPad. Hold on, wait. Here, let me share my screen so you can be with me. We're gonna do this together, you guys. We're gonna do this together. All right, so here I am. I'm in the thing. Let's see what was just said here before we continue. Let's proceed. I'm going through with it. I'm going to keep on going through this. I minimized my screen because I don't want to show the name, because I Googled the person who was interviewing me, which is something that I always do. And it looks like it's a real person. I feel like this is an identity thing, and they do it on Wire, which I had never heard of. They're like, you have to download Wire just so we can do this interview, which again, as I said, I'll probably repeat myself a lot for anybody who's just joining us. I thought this was going to be a video interview. It is not a video interview. As a matter of fact, I think there's going to be a follow-up interview, because I Googled this. And I am not the first person that this has happened to. And it's the way the scam, the con works is that they do 2 interviews and then they start asking you to follow through with paying. This is a long con. Okay. Con. She says, all right. So what does she say? She says, great. Follow through the briefing and you can ask any questions you have. When we are through, I'll be sure to answer them all adequately. Let me give you a miniature briefing about our company and what we do. So simply reply with an okay to proceed when you have read through and understand that. It's like this person is mechanical, and there's lots and lots of spelling errors when I'm speaking to her. Like this is totally like, the prince from Nigeria, or, just one of those scams where I want to give $1 million away, but first I need you to send me money. Dude, I mean, I was like, here I am thinking I got this job interview, and I'm going, and it pays $55 an hour, 30 hours a week. It's like the perfect kind of job. It's remote. They're just like all these things, which I'll get into in a minute. But first, let me respond because we're actively in this scam live. We are doing this live right now, people. This is happening live. She said, okay, so let me respond. I'm going to respond. Okay, I have read through and I understand. Okay, so let's see. So while we're waiting for that, the next instructions, let's see what comes. We have more comments here. A job is supposed to supply you with a work phone. Exactly, Oni. Exactly. Selling iPhone, iPad, instantly know it's fake. Exactly. Exactly. That's what it is. Here, I'll go through it with you. Tell them to cough up the phone and take the dough out of your first paycheck. Well, let's see, guys, how far can I take this? Guys, I don't want to let this person off the hook. I'm going to comply with everything that they say unless they ask me for a credit card, because then the jig will be up. But we're doing this live right now on YouTube. I set this up. I literally set this up live as it was happening. I thought in a moment, I was like, is this a real job interview? Absolutely not. How am I going to benefit from this in any way, shape, or form? No. So I might as well not waste my time here. So let's see how far we can take this. This is the beginning of the conversation. That might be a real person. I shouldn't have showed her face. So I apologize. She says, hello, and how are you doing today? I have received your connection and will send you the available time slots. This was on Saturday. And we'll send you the available time slots for your interview on Monday, the 15th of March via email shortly. Do ensure that you check your email from time to time and also confirm to me that you've received it. Okay. I write, thank you, Candace. I will ensure that my email is checked so that I can confirm. And then I write like 3 minutes because I want to be on time for the job interview. I write, a couple minutes before, I say, hi, Candace, I'm here on standby, right? She writes, hello, and how are you doing today? Which is exactly what she writes on Saturday. So at first I think maybe it's an auto response, right? It's like the auto response thing. But then I'm like, oh no, this is like somebody who's doesn't have English as a first language. She goes, I believe you are here and set to proceed with your interview at the moment. And I'm thinking, God, this is so bizarre. What a bizarre way to do this. I will keep wasting their time. You're damn straight. Oh, that kind of scam. They will try to sell you Windows 10 fixes and virus scans next. By the way, well, that's just ridiculous. If you're just joining us live, please make sure you're subscribed to my channel. This is not clickbait. I am actively being scammed right now. Okay, so I said, yes, indeed, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. She goes, all right, please confirm that you meet the following requirements. Must be a U.S. citizen, permanent resident, or have a school or work visa. Must be fluent in communication in English or Spanish or French. Must have a clear criminal charges record. Must be above 18 years of age. So this person is literally like on the cusp of sort of like not sounding like a natural English speaker at any moment. But I'm complying because I'm going, what? This is a job interview. Oh, they just responded again. I mean, this is so bizarre. And I think we need, man, like if they want to schedule another interview with me, I think I should do it. And I need to think of the perfect way to like really fuck with them. But if not, if this is the totality of the interview, I'm going to try and video call them live and we'll see what happens. She goes, so I said, confirming all right now. Candace says, okay. As we proceed with the briefing and interview, this is so bizarre because any minute, I'm like, God, what's taking so long? I thought I was supposed to hop on a video call. They don't. This is a text interview using something called AppWire, which I guess is like an encrypted service or some weird secure service, which is probably, they're doing it for, scamming purposes. Okay. As we proceed with the briefing and interview, I will make every detail of the open position known to you so your keen and undivided attention is stipulated. Do be informed all minutes of this interview are being recorded for referential purposes. Weird. What a weird thing to say. I write, understood. You have my full and undivided attention. I'm aware that this interview is being recorded. She writes, okay, it is significant I get to know you a bit better, but before we begin, so I know how to best to address and interview you, I am so and so, director of human resources operations, leading all creative recruitment efforts for Cepheid Incorporated. By the way, I applied for this job on LinkedIn, or at least I think I did. I've applied to so many jobs. Like I've applied for like 200 or 300 jobs. So when I've gotten, but you know what's funny? I got reached out once before and I never submitted my application. It was for Gotham Market Research, which is like a Ponzi scheme or something. And once again, it's like they got a hold of my resume. I was like, I checked, I looked through. I was like, I never submitted to any of these jobs. I didn't submit to this job. But they're coming at me like I did because they're banking on the idea that I'm not going to remember that I submitted to them, but that I'm super stoked because there's a lot of unemployed people like myself looking for work, you know. So this is amazing. I write, hi, my name is Jeff Rummus. I live in White Plains and I'm applying for the video editor position. But it's bizarre because like, wouldn't you know what the position and all that jazz is already? Like, why do I need to fill you in on this stuff? We had a scheduled time and appointment. And that's what was so bizarre when I said, hey, I'm on standby. And she goes, I believe you are here and set to proceed with your interview at the moment. Like she's not sure or something. Super bizarre. So then this is when I realized that there's something wrong here. She goes, nice to meet you. Before we even talk, before she interviews me or anything else, she goes, for this position, we'll be providing you with all working equipments you will be using for work. So I'm going, whoa, she said equipments. Is that some weird like way of talking that I'm like, no, it's just somebody who doesn't speak English. She goes, for this position, we will be providing you with all working equipments you will be using for work, all costs covered entirely by the company, but you are required to purchase and own a second separate iPhone. As if I have a first iPhone. I don't. I use an Android, which will serve as your business line, and a separate iPad as well, best purchased through our partnership with Verizon Wireless. So she's using very broken or weirdly phrased English here, okay? You will, however, be reimbursed for this. This is the classic scam. Anybody who knows the scam knows, you know, pay us money up front, even though we're offering you more money in a job, and then you will reimburse us. Or no, we will reimburse you. So she says, you will, however, be reimbursed for this expense through your startup funding, which is not mentioned in this job description at all. Here's the job description right here, right? That's the job description, right? And there's no mention on any of this stuff. This stuff is worded a little bit weird as well. And look at the Photoshop here with Subspect. I thought about that. I was like, God, like the graphics are kind of crappy. Like this seems like now that I'm looking at it, it all makes sense. This was absolutely unequivocally totally a scam. So you will, however, be reimbursed for this expense through your startup funding you'll be receiving should you be offered the job. I believe this won't be an issue. Like again, butchered English. So then I write, to make sure I am clearly understanding this, if I get the job, I am to purchase an iPhone and an iPad through your Verizon Wireless partnership, but these costs will be paid back to me with startup funding through the job. How much money? And at this point, when I'm writing this, I know 1 billion% that I am being scammed. 1 billion%. Joe Bob, this is as good as it gets, John. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to read it to you. That's why. Leo, what's up? She could be. What's Letter Kenny? Is it like? That's a comedy thing, right, Leo? What's going on, Rue Morgue? So then I write back because now I'm pretty sure it's a scam, almost positive. I go, how much money am I required to spend in upfront costs exactly? What specific models of iPhone and iPad am I supposed to purchase? And how much money is in the startup funding? I am willing to do this because, of course, the moment that I'm not willing to do this, the scam is over. I won't be able to proceed. You know, I can't string them along. So you got to play along a little bit with the scam or else it's not going to work. So then she responds, yes, that is correct. You'll be making this order using the post-paid option so you can have the liberty to pay on a monthly basis. So they want me to pay for an iPad and an iPhone on a monthly basis. The company will be providing the monthly payment alongside the paycheck every third week. And then she writes, I write in response to what specific models of iPhone and iPad am I supposed to purchase? She writes, if offered the position, you'll be notified on that. Okay. And then I will be updated on that as well, talking about startup funding. And lastly, I am willing to do this. Okay, shall we proceed? I said, let's proceed. She goes, great. Follow through. Wait, what? Follow through the briefing, and you can ask any questions you have when we are through, and I'll be sure to answer them all adequately. Let me give you a miniature briefing about our company and what we do. So simply reply with an okay or proceed when you have read through and understand that. All right? Then I write, okay, I have read through and I understand. At least they didn't try to make you sell Kirby vacuum cleaners. Is that what happened to you, Pete? Is that another scam? So this is what she says. I can't pronounce this word. CFID? CFID was founded in 1996 with a vision to develop an innovative system that simplified a highly complex multi-stage process for the detection and analysis of nucleic acids, such as DNA in samples such as blood, urine, food, and industrial water. In the first phase, CFID was focused on the smart cycler system, which integrated, why is she telling me all this? Which integrated the amplification and detection phases of nucleic acid testing in a single instrument. The system was launched in 2000, the same year the company went public. Oh my God. In the 90s, you got scammed. All right, so what do I respond? Guys, in as fast as you can, how do I respond to this? Okay, I just say, should I just ask questions about the video editing job? That's what I'm going to do. Thank you for the introduction, Candice. I went to the website and studied the company. That's what I'm responding with. I know you guys can't see that very well. Let's see how she responds to this. So now here's the other thing. So here's how we're going to tell if this is fake. I'm going to this person's Facebook profile. Let's see if they have one. Oh my God. Yes. Oh my God. So there is a Facebook profile, Director, Human Resources Operations at CFID. Oh my God. What? Okay. So does this person know? I have to tell you, I think this person has been identity frauded. Well, it says former director, human resources at CFID, and then it says director. I'm sorry to be stalking this person's profile right now. All right. I know what we're going to do. Let's go motorsports. My husband, Jeremy, and I opened our first motorsports shop, spec Mustangs, rentals, and much, much more. Let me write something about motor sports and see if they respond at all. What should I say? What should I say about motorsports? Come on, guys. Give me something. Give me something good. Let me think about this. I ride a motorcycle. Will gas be covered when I go to the Verizon store? I'm making this up as I go along. Go to the Verizon store to purchase the iPad and iPhone. Let's see if they comment about the motorcycle. Dude, how funny would it be if it's a real job interview? Well, we're going to find out right now. So far, I've done nothing. I have done nothing to go off track from it being an actual job interview. I am responding. I am being completely compliant with what she is asking of me. So it's very possible, but And if it is a real job interview, then I will. Oh, what just happened? All right. So now I got another response telling me more about the company, no acknowledgement. And by the way, in between these responses is like, it's like 10 minutes. Like it literally takes her forever to respond. This is not Raphael. This is 150 billion% not a real job interview. I mean, I would be so insane to do what I'm doing right now. Oh, there's another response. Yes, of course, your transportation is covered as well with the reimbursement. Okay. So I said I ride a motorcycle and I asked if gas will be covered when I go to the Verizon store to purchase the stuff. And she says, yes, your transportation is covered. I'm going to ask, all right, now I'm really going to jump. I'm going to ask, are you into motorcycles? All right. So if this is a real job interview, then I am totally fucking it up forever. Are you into motorcycles? Let's see what happens. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? It could be Peter asks, is it a bot? It could be a bot. It could be a bot. It's very possible. I just asked my job interviewer if they're into motorcycles because I don't suspect them to really work, even though. Right, Ratty? This is so hilarious. Yes. Yes, seems like a bot. I agree. Let me see if there's any other details that I can pull up here. I feel terrible. I feel terrible that this is like a real person. It seems I don't want to like blow up their spot. Oh, let's see if what their interests are. I know this is a little creepy because this is literally a string. Okay, there's nothing. There's no information. She just writes, how do you mean? Right? Hugh Dillon, elbow cough. That's right. What does Lodi stand for? Lodi is a town from New Jersey. I don't know why. Where are you seeing that, Noodles? Okay. She says, how do you mean? Wait, how do you mean? Okay, we know this is a fake now because they didn't do their research, motherfucker. Motor sports. Okay, motors. Look at this. I don't quite get you. Are you a fan of motorcycles? I compete in motorsports. I am always looking for sponsors. This is so bad. This is so bad. She probably thinks I'm hitting on her. Oh my God. This is funny. Hugh, this is funny. I was not expecting this today. It is a place. That's right, Hugh. It is a place in New Jersey. I used to spend a lot of time in Lodi. I used to do rock and roll cooking with Sal B in Lodi. You can see those episodes down below. The kitchen studio was located in Lodi, right down the street from where Jerry and Doyle used to rehearse with the Misfits at the old Kayafa residence. I just got a response. I mean, do you like exactly, Ratty? Do you like motorcycles? I know, I live there. So Noodles, so what do you mean Lodi? So if you live in Lodi, then you know what Lodi is. Are you an illegal alien or in a bike club? Oh, God. Oh, John, I think I'm going to get the job, man. I'm like, oh yeah, it's a video editing job. It's like they must have done some research on me because they know that I do video editing. I don't think I applied. I got to check on LinkedIn. Oh, we have a fraud. They say that they're not a fan of motorcycles, to be honest, when in fact, I know that the real person, because I am a friggin' weirdo freak who searched this person, the person who's interviewing me, I searched them on Facebook and I discovered that they own a motorsports business with their husband. and this person claims that they are not a fan of motorcycles to begin with. The plot thickens, everybody. The plot thickens. She just totally ruined the situation. Yeah, right. Oh, maybe they can pay me in I can go drive over to Dr. Chud's house and shoot a music video, never get paid, and get belittled at midnight when it's freezing outside. I love the Misfits. I have a Crimson Ghost tattooed on my leg. That's awesome, Hugh. Hugh, you will love my channel then. I don't know if you watch any of my other stuff. All we do Misfits nerd. We nerd out on the Misfits on this channel all the time. Yes, Candace dropped the ball 150%. I own several garbage companies in Lodi. I'm very mobbed up. That's awesome, Noodles. I love it. You're very wealthy, then support Noodles. If you're very wealthy, then please support this channel by buying a coffee. You can see in the banner scrolling below. Go to coffee.com/FromUsFilms LLC and buy a coffee or two to support the content of this channel. Chud, yeah, what a loser. He has no style, he has no grace. This Kong has a funny face. Oh, geez. I've been watching. Awesome job. Thank you, Hugh. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. All right, let's what do I say next? Do I want to proceed with this interview, or are we talking about motorcycles? Wait, she says, do you want to proceed with your interview, or we talk about motorcycles? Proceed with the interview. My apologies. Okay, guys, this is a fake interview. I mean, this is fake. So they're wasting my time, so I'm going to waste their time. I'm also very cheap. I'm going to sub. Well, in the very least, the fact that you're subscribing, I appreciate it. So that's more than fine. Thank you for supporting. By the way, if anybody is new, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, that sort of thing. Communism intensifies. Ask if they like hairy men, elbow cough. No, I'm not going to harass the person that's trying to scam me. Oh my God. All right. I said proceed with the interview. My apologies. I'm going to ask them. Should I ask them if they need my credit card information now? Do you need my credit card information for the iPad and iPhone now? Should I write that? Oh my God. Raphael says, ha ha ha, maybe you got the bot pissed. Maybe. I don't know, man. I don't know. I did something. Ask if they could fix your Windows 10 PC. I'm not familiar with this scam. This scam only. All right, guys, let's what do I respond? About credit information? You need my credit card information for the here, I'm just going to write it. Do you need my credit card information, for the iPad and iPhone now? Let's see. Ask about their personal sex life. Oh my God. I'm not Rue. I know I should, but I'm not going to. Just in case. I know I should, but I'm not going to. Off topic, but I binge watch your stuff all the time, just a lurker. Ratty, thank you for coming and saying hello. Thank you for watching and supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. I don't want to get a new job because I want to be a full-time YouTuber. And so I'm just churning out as many videos as I can. So when you watch my stuff, you're helping me with that cause, because then I can just do content creation full time. So Ratty, I appreciate you. Ask them if they have anything worth looking into about anything related to the job or something like that. I will. Barry, you're right. That's the way to go about this. I'm going to do that. Ask them if they need your social security number. I know, right? Perhaps you two should swap. Exactly. Yeah, man, I'm just going to follow my dreams. They say we do not need that at all. Okay. Sounds good. Let's proceed with this interview. I am ready for the next Steps. Were you guys just expecting this today? I was not expecting this. Quick, somebody do. I was trying to Google search before. Can anybody turn up anything about there being scams on the Wire app? Hugh, I mean, I don't know if you realize this, but I am making a Misfits documentary. I've been on and off making a Misfits documentary since the year 2010. And that's where the whole, Misfits show came from. It's to raise awareness about said documentary. As a matter of fact, Hugh, if you look, I took a clip from one of our previous shows where I went into some of my interview archive and showed some of the people that I've interviewed for this documentary. So check that out. Christopher, my cousin from another dozen, maybe, we don't know, we don't actually know, says maybe this interview program is getting all the info they need. Oh man, could you be right about that? That'd be really scary. At least I'm getting a YouTube video out of it, which is better than nothing. No, definitely not expecting this a good surprise. Yeah, I just wish I had time to make a thumbnail, bro. I need that thumbnail ready to go for stuff like this. I literally ran to StreamYard. I was like, I'm getting scammed. Because I was like, there's like a moment. It was like a moment of hesitation. Should I do this or should I not? I was just going to screenshot it and share it on Facebook. And I was like, no, let's do this. Let's do this. Hold on. Let's see what else we got going on. Oh man, I can't wait to see Robbie. If you're just joining us, you're going to have to watch at the beginning. By the way, guys, tune in on Wednesday. I got some stuff from Robbie. We're going to open it live on the air. So check that out. Googling Wire app and a shit ton of scam. Yeah, it's a scam. I knew it. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm going like, God, what's funny? I didn't want to download the Wire app. And I'm going, Jeff, you've been unemployed for a long time. Quit fucking around. You got a family to think about. Take this as seriously as you can. If you have to download an app to get to do a job interview, then do it. Do whatever it takes to get employed again. And so I downloaded it. And that's what they do. They prey on people who are unemployed, hoping to get a job. Because again, the way that what it said they pay you $35 for your training and $55. Dude, it's a $55 an hour job, 30 hours a week, remote, where you can set your own schedule. I mean, they just get off. They probably get people, or people get off reading that and going, I'll do anything for this job. So now I'm just waiting here for the next steps. Can't wait to see the Odorous interview. I'll be honest, Pete, it was 10 minutes long. I was on my way to interview Argyle Goolsby from Blitzkid, and I had a brief stopover at the Slave Pit. I interviewed him. I got some sound bites. Had I known that Dave Brockie would be dead in 2 or 3 years, I would have interviewed him for an hour, and I just wasn't thinking. I just said, "Oh yeah, I'll get the Guar guy," and I was so stupid. I wish it was a longer interview. Yes, there are a ton of Lost Misfits tracks. That's a silly question. You know the answer to that because you saw it on my other interview thing. What's up, Kyle? How are you, man? Yes, we did. Kyle, you totally spoke to me about that. And you know what happens with artistic projects? You go into you get to a place where you can't progress any further, and then you get upset and discouraged and you give up. And it's not really giving up. You just got to take a break. And so I took a 5-year break, and it took me on a long, winding path that's brought me back to this documentary, and I'm in full force on it. Is Doyle a slow adult? I am not going to answer that question, and it's not a very nice one, Noodles. Come on. Doyle seems like an introverted guy who is just into his own thing. That's all I'm going to say about that. NBC5 says, never send money via wire transfer or a cash app to a potential employer you met online. So, I mean, I'm not an idiot. I would have never done this. I was the one who smelt fraud in the first place. So, ask them if they like cancer slug. Oh my God. Do you think it's Dr. Chud? Could this be Dr. Chud, trying to get me? Chud, is it you? I don't think Chud cares. Oni. I agree. Right? Oh my God. It's so true. Wait, so it's true. Hugh, what are you talking about? So is what true? Lots of wire app scams as I Google search. Wow, man. So this video is good. I'm going to leave this video up. I'm going to post this to LinkedIn too, so that people understand what could possibly happen on a job interview. I'd be scared to question Doyle on anything. You want to know what, Hugh? While we're waiting, I'm just going to post this real quick. Doyle is a sweetheart, man. He was so nice to me. I was with him when I was with Sal when we did the Doyle. Let me see if I can find it. Doyle public service announcement. This is the type of guy that he is. This is how funny he is. Ready? There. Uh-oh, we just got a response. All right, this will have to wait. This will have to wait, guys. Ready? We got a response. Hold on. I'll get to these. Oh, no. I'm losing my comments. All right. So now they've gone. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. Guys, look at this. They're still, she is going back to talking about like boring stuff. What the hell? At CFID, we understand that a big goal needs great people, so we don't just stop at helping our wonderful members. We have created a culture that encourages helping one another, and it's beautiful. We are in search of passionate collaborators dedicated to improving the health and happiness of the world and compassionate people. Happiness of the world and compassionate people. This person doesn't know how to speak English. Who make the workplace a training ground for personal growth and transformation. We believe a company is only as amazing as its people. So we've dedicated ourselves to improving. Not that I'm that good at reading English. So I would fail this job interview right now if it required reading. So we've dedicated ourselves to improving the lives of care teams and want to show off the people. This is like the longest run-on sentence ever. Show off the people who work tirelessly behind the scenes to make that happen. Our values are important to us, so you must know that we live every value listed on our website, and we genuinely care about the well-being of our employees. I literally offered them my credit card information, but they just want to go. It's like they're almost mad that they can't do their scam the way it's supposed to be. So they're like making me go through the motions of the scam. It's so annoying. As Cetaphins, so their culture, their job culture, much like, if Atlanta is a place, they have Atlanteans. Here they have Cetafians. What the fuck is this shit? We are smart. We are a smart and passionate and fun bunch. We love collaborating to build something amazing, and we take time to celebrate our successes along the journey. While we do work really hard, we think work should enrich your life, not deplete it. This is so frustrating. I legitimately thought I was going on a job interview at 5:30 p.m. today, which also should have been a red flag because they said they gave me 3 times to choose, and the last one was 2:30 PST, which is weird because the end of the workday is God, I'm so stupid. All right. That sounds amazing. This is exactly the type of place I want to work for. So far, they have not asked me a single question about myself. No questions. Just will you be willing to pay money at a certain time? Like nothing about my qualifications, my experiences as a video editor, like really frustrated with this. Okay, let's see what's next. You'd be scared to ask Doyle anything. So this is what I wanted to say before. Hold on real quick. So this is Doyle. This is Doyle just being such a goofball, like in the best way ever. Hold on real quick. Wait, I'm pausing this. I don't want to. Yeah, there we go. All right, so here's Doyle. Here is Doyle right now. Some of you might have seen this before, so if it's not new, I apologize. While we're waiting for our thing here. Uh-oh. Here, I gotta get the sound up. That's my old company, Video Business Media. Here, I gotta stop sharing the screen for a minute, and then we're gonna share. Just 1 second, you guys. Chrome tab, share audio. All right, so this is how awesome Doyle is. So just a brief So before I actually share this thing about Doyle, since we were talking about Doyle, we're getting questions about questionable.
No smiling.
So just to give you a preface as to what this is. So Doyle, I used to do a show called Rock and Roll Cooking with Sal B. You can see it on this YouTube channel. Go check it out. Please watch it. It's one of probably the video with the most views on my channel. We did the Doyle episode. It's a special Halloween show, and basically the show is Sal B, the guy who I was working with, he's from a band called Sardonica, who knows the Misfit guys. And I met him because I was interviewing him for the Misfits documentary because he was around back then. Like I said, he lives down the street from where the Misfits used to rehearse. Like he was around back then for all that stuff. He told me he had this idea for a rock and roll cooking show. And I was like, I want to help you make this show. So I wrote, directed, produced, basically everything. Sal would buy the food and he would stand in front of the camera, and I was doing everything behind the camera. I was even, we took turns sort of booking the bands that we had on the show. We did about 15 episodes in total. We had Dr. Chud, we had Michael Graves, we had Doyle, we had Blitzkid, we had Cancer Slug, we had the Stellar Corpses, we had Nimvind, we had this band called Cinema, Whiplash, that metal band Whiplash was on, Sardonica was on, The Jasons was our final episode. So we did a bunch of episodes, and we always had a really good time. You can't see the Michael Graves or the Chud episodes. Both have been taken off of my channel, and you can't see the Blitzkid one either, also off my channel. But every other episode, we had the Independents were on. That was a great episode. And so the way it works is Sal interviews the bands and at the same time shows everyone how to cook a dish that he's serving to the bands on camera. Really fun concept, right? And we got whoever was in our peripheral to get. So we did the Doyle episode, and I was like, Doyle, I want you to do a PSA, like, watch Rock and Roll Cooking with Sal B. And I was telling Doyle what I wanted him to say. And Doyle was just like, he just was like no pretension. This was right after Dr. Chud quit his band, actually. Dr. Chud walked off a fully booked tour because he wanted double everybody else's money. And when they wouldn't pay double the rate that everybody else was getting, I think everybody was getting like $600 a week, and he wanted $1,200 a week or something. He left them in the lurch, walked off the tour. The dude from TSOL, Tiny, great drummer from TSOL, who had just left TSOL after being with them for 10 years, joined at a moment's notice and did the tour and just learned all those songs super quick. Stand-up guy to do such a thing, right? To help the band. So that's who was there. So we go out they did a show at Blackthorn 51 in Queens. We go to the show. We're on the tour bus. We do the whole interview thing. It's a great interview. You can watch the episode on this channel. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. But afterwards, I'm like, Doyle, you got to do this thing. And he's like, man, I can't remember any of that. And so this is what he says to me. He basically says, I want you to ad-lib me, like lip sync me. We just got a response. I want you to lip sync me with your voice or something like that. You'll see what he says in the thing. It's really, really funny. And it just goes to show you what kind of sense of humor Doyle can have when he's in the right sort of atmosphere. And, for me personally, I've shook his hand and I've had photos taken with Doyle, but by far the greatest souvenir for me ever is this interaction with Doyle, which is captured on video and available for you to see right here on YouTube. So without further ado, I'm going to play it for you right now. Ready? This is just to show you. Hopefully you can hear it. Okay. Here, I'm going to make it. Hopefully you can hear this, guys.
No smiling. You just got to do it.
That's my voice.
No. Be very serious. Be mean.
Why don't you just dub you in?
You got a good monster voice.
Oh, yeah. That's great. Do that. Perfect. Yes. No, I'm not even kidding. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. My name is Doyle, and you should watch Rock and Roll Cooking with Sal B.
Nice.
So if you didn't hear it, basically, I'm saying Doyle saying, why don't you just dub me in? Like he just wants me to say it while he lip syncs, and that's what happens. I'll play it one more time. Ready? So this is, you'll hear my voice. That's me talking. Ready?
No smiling. You just got to do it.
Stop.
No. Be very serious and be mean.
Why don't you just dub you in?
Oh.
You got a good monster one.
Oh, yeah, that's great. Do that. Perfect. Yes. No, I'm not even kidding. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. My name is Doyle, and you should watch Rock and Roll Cooking with Sal B.
And we had so much fun that day. That was real. That was a lot of fun, man. That was really a lot of fun. Hold on. Now I'm going to get back to our response because remember, we're in the middle of the job interview. I just had to stop. I do not see any of anybody's comments, so we'll come back to them after I respond to the job interview. Let me share my screen real quick. We're on a roll, baby. We're on a roll today. I was not expecting this. This is supposed to be an off day. I wasn't supposed to do any streaming today, but I guess that's changed. So here, oh my God, just going on and on and on with this BS, man. Just get to the point. We spend a lot of time together working towards our shared goals. We understand that building trust and developing our co-working relationships takes active effort. Respect for each other and our communal space is at the foundation of our community. We seize opportunities for open communication whenever possible. To strengthen our team, we strive to align along with shared knowledge and a company vision. We hold ourselves mutually responsible for recognizing information gaps and amending them. It sounds like they got all of this copy from somewhere and just pasted this all together. We give and request candid feedback often to strengthen our relationships and grow as individuals. Our company shares the rationale behind our decisions so we can all learn about the realities of running a growing business for the results. CFID Inc. applies the same style of practical candor to our external communication. Where appropriate, we reveal our logic, methods, and company data. Where appropriate? What is this? That is incredible. Would you like to know more about my experience as a video editor? See what they say to this. Let's see how they respond to that. All right, now I'm going to get to all your comments here. I see Doyle is very articulate. Yeah, man, he could totally be. When Doyle has a dial. If you watch interviews, there's a dial on Doyle. It's the Doyle dial. And you know what how the Doyle dial works? The Doyle dial works like this. Depending on who is the atmosphere and who's doing the interview and whatnot, Doyle will turn his dial up a notch to being articulate. And if he doesn't like you, he's going to turn it way down. And he just answers in like, no, yes, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, you see it 100 times in all of those interviews. They used to ask for iPhones and $100 iTunes gift card. Yeah, but Oni, that's because this is a job interview. So I don't think there's going to be no gift card situation. True story. Doyle threatened me when I was 12 with his eyes. I believe it. Noodles, let's hear the story. You sound like you also grew up in Lodi. So let's hear about the time that Doyle threatened you. And if that's the case, Doyle moved from Lodi in 1983 up to Vernon, where they had the factory. So that means that whatever experience you're speaking of was pre-1983, potentially. Not to say that Doyle wouldn't return to Lodi after 1983. Of course he would. Just kind of curious to know more about that. Dr. Chode, exactly, Ballad. For anybody who wants the skinny as to why I'm sort of talking shit on Chode, just go and watch the very special episode with Dr. Chud where I fully explain and air all of my grievances with that fool. No, I'm in Iowa. Yes, Chud is not that smart. Chud ain't that smart and not that good at Photoshop either. Pod says Doyle has social anxiety. He talks about it in some interview I've seen. Yeah, man. So that makes perfect sense. And again, I'm sure the better he knows you, the less anxiety he's going to have. And then the dial gets turned back down, right? You know, Doyle hated Noodles, but Noodles has not explained the reason why. Holy crap. There's a lot of comments here. I was not expecting so many comments. The Jeff channel. This will go Rue. This is going to be the Jeff show. Of my Rue knows I do various different shows on this channel. This will be filed under the Jeff show for sure. The lost songs, man, they need to be heard. Of course they need to be heard. And I hope that someday Manny gets to properly release them with Danzig and everybody gets paid the way that they're supposed to be. Noodle, he wasn't nice to me. Yeah, but Noodles, you haven't explained why. I'm sure you're going to. I'm just going through the comments. You're not explaining why. Any interaction I've had with Doyle has been any interaction I've had with Doyle, and he has been a kind soul. So he's been a kind soul whenever you had an interaction. Jeff, changing topics. Do you think Glenn cares for the old musicians he played with, like Doyle, etc.? Lots of them just see him as an employer. I don't. Raphael, I can't answer that question. As much as we talk about Danzig and interpret what Danzig might have done for the reason why he did it, we don't actually know any of these things. We're just Misfits nerds that we're like hungry mice, gobbling away at any crumb of any information that we get as we wax poetic and theorize. I just realized I don't have my spotlight on. Wax poetic and theorize what and why. Do I think he cares? I think it depends on the person. I think that, I don't think Glenn's very sentimental about the past, if I'm being honest with you. I think that I think that his nostalgia is limited towards doing reunion shows with Sam Hain and the Misfits, that sort of thing. That kind of situation. Is this a scam or a cult? I think it might be a little bit of both, Peter. Jerry was nice, but not Doyle. See, that I could totally believe that, in the sense that Jerry's a really nice guy. He's not, you don't want to be on the wrong end of a business situation with Jerry. But Jerry as a person is an incredibly generous and nice guy, all things told. Smart. Nosferatu 138. Doyle intimidated the hell out of us. How did this get to be about Doyle? This is so crazy. This is about a job scam, and we're talking about Doyle. Doyle intimidated the hell out of us. I noticed that he kept laughing at us as we kept passing by him. He could tell we wanted to talk, but weren't sure. When we finally did, yes, he was a very nice dude. Yeah, man, I'm sure he picked up on that. You have to imagine. I just got more. Okay, this is hilarious. I'm about to read this response. This is hilarious, but I just want to comment on on this comment right here. I'm sure that Doyle literally, you have to imagine how many times Doyle, people who are famous or of note or well-known, they have a sixth sense for being able to recognize when someone recognizes them and is hovering around them. And that's probably what you were picking up on, that Doyle has that sixth sense for sure. I'm sure he does, because they know that you're mustering up the courage to say something. And they go through this so often that to them, it's just, it's an everyday sort of thing. Rue, I'm definitely going to take the job. All right, guys, we just had a bombshell reveal. This is supposed to be a half-hour job interview, and it's turning into a full hour. Ready for this? Breaking news, everybody, breaking news. So check this out. I said, that is incredible. Would you like to know more about my experience as a video editor? And they said, not really. Not really. So they don't want to know more. You're interviewing me to be a video. This is so weird. So do I respond to that? How can I ignore the fact that they said this? This is ridiculous. All right, so I'm not going to read all this again. This is really stupid. That is very confusing. Don't you want to know? But isn't this an interview for a job? Video editing job? Editing job. I wrote, but isn't this an interview for a video editing job, in response to not really, which was in response to, this is incredible. Would you like to know more about my experience as a video editor, because we're supposed to be doing a job? What can I ask you guys a question? What interview goes on for an hour with no, this is ridiculous. I don't know why I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm doing this for the YouTube hours. That's why I'm doing it, if I'm being honest. A lot of these scams originate from Facebook, from what I've seen. Oni, I agree, but I think this one comes from LinkedIn. She goes, Candace says, yes, yes, it is. Okay, please continue. I would like this job very much. I always see a red flag when their grammar sucks. Have fun with them. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's a red. That is for sure a red flag. Just bought you a coffee, man. Keep up the amazing work you're doing about the Misfits and shit from the Misfits nerd from France. Dude, Misfits nerd from France, the Martin, thank you so much. I have some other people I need to thank. 2 other people bought me coffees recently, and I haven't done a read off in a while. But I just want to say thank you so much. That is truly appreciated. Thank you for the support. And for anybody who doesn't understand what that is, right below there is a link you can go to buy a cup of coffee and support this channel and its content. Noodles says, I had his phone number when I was a kid. They just wanted to talk about baseball. That's not very nice, Noodles. That is not very nice. I'm not even going to read that last word. And I don't know what you're referring to. You had his phone number, so you called them up and they just wanted to talk to you about baseball. I don't understand you, man. Dude, you brought us all Misfits. You brought all us Misfits together. Very cool. You're giving me too much credit, Hugh. I'm pretty sure the Misfits brought all us Misfits together, not me. But if it's just talking about the Misfits, I sure did. Ask them if it's okay if you were an ex. Rue, that's right. What is it? Okay, I said, please continue. All right, Rue's onto it. This is what I'm going to do, Rue. I'm going to follow through with that. Okay, please continue. I would like this job very much. That's what I said. And then Candace says, what is it you want to talk about? Then following up with your interview. All right, I'm going to just go for it. I was never arrested for this, and I don't have any felonies or criminal records. What do I say? What do I say? But I was caught. What was I doing? I was caught fondling hot dogs out of their package in the meat section of a Stop and Shop. Will this hurt my chances of getting the job? I just want to be upfront with you about this. I would be humiliated if you found out otherwise. All right, ready? Let's see what happens. I'm excited too. Bobby Steele walks dogs for a living now. Nice guy. Bobby Steele likes to spend his time on boats as well. I think you made the interviewer nervous with the motorcycle question, but as long as you string them along, you should still be good. I think this is cached. Uh-oh. Holy crap. I just got a notification from my email. I'm not going to show you guys my email. I just did. Can't see anything. Hold on. I just got an invitation from Wire to collaborate. Oh my God. Let's see what this is about. It says Wire secure collaboration. Here, I'll pop this out so we can look at it together. The plot thickens, you guys. Look. Oh my God. All right. Bring your team on board. Your Wire Pro plans. They want me to use a Wire Pro plan. That was from Wire. Oh, I guess this isn't necessarily instigated by them. Went dead. Oh, there I am. Okay, good. All right, everybody's still here. Good. I might have ruined my chances, you guys, by asking this. I said I was never arrested for this, and I don't have any felonies or criminal records, but I was caught fondling hot dogs out of their package in the meat section of Stop and Shop. Will this hurt my chances of getting the job? I just want to be upfront with you about this. I would be humiliated if you found out otherwise. Let's see how they respond. I mean, considering that I asked them if they want to know anything about my job, you know, I was like, don't you want to know about like my experience as a video editor? And they said, not really. No. I mean, Jesus Christ. Alex Story and Doyle, the 4 times I met them were just cool as fuck. Brandon finished the album. Yeah, man. Nice guys. Yeah, you can hire Bobby Steele to walk your dog. True story. Great guy. Okay, thanks, Noodles. Father Boss. Hey, where can I send you my music for you to give it a listen? Father Boss, if you want to do that, go to the my contact info is in the about section on the YouTube website. So go, it's a video business media at gmail.com. You can go find that if you want to send me your music for me to give it a listen. I'd be honored. This is the link. We got down to it. This is the PSA link. I put that there. Put a shirt on, Doyle, right? He's got nipples that can cut glass. Yeah, all right. So these are the comments when you saw the PSA. I get it. If I was as buff as Doyle, I'd never wear a shirt either. Yeah, me too, man. I mean, for real. I wear a shirt and I'm extremely buff, handsome, and wealthy. Noodles, I want to see a picture of what you look like. I just have a feeling about you, Noodles. Hugh, Jesus, they're really trying in a weird way. It's so bizarre. That's why I didn't like you, maybe. You told them to put a shirt on. That's all vague buzzwords platted. Yeah, about the thing. That Oni, they did say in the description that there is health insurance. Health insurance. We'll try telling Doyle to put a shirt on, right? I mean, for real. Oh my God, how many comments there are. Word salad. The day I met Doyle, sorta, he wasn't feeling very social. I bet, man. And you have to realize that too, that, when you meet these guys sometimes, like, you might be catching them at the worst hour of the worst day. You know what I mean? Like, so you can't, and your one moment in time for them is 10 seconds. So I know it's hard, but you can't take it personally, or try not to take it personally. Furniture Factory. It was a haunted hayride in Saddle River. He was very nasty to his biggest fan, me. Oh, that's where, okay, it was at a haunted hayride in Saddle River, and he was very nasty to you. Gotcha. Call me, I will tell you the story. He just put his phone number up. He wants me to call him so that he can tell the story. I'll tell you what, Noodles. I'm gonna double down on this, Noodles. I'm putting in the link right here. I am putting a link. You go to that link that I just put in the comments just now. I just invited you to come on the show so that you could tell me the story. So instead of me calling you, you come on. You can do it with a cell phone. It's very simple. All you do is click that link, come into the waiting room, and you can join me and tell me that story. Let me tell you what, if I was in LA and I was by the Danzig's Evil House, I would climb that fence with the spikes and I would procure some bricks. Whoa, he did it.
Yeah, man.
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
Pretty good. You know,
we
So-
got hold on one second. So
Yeah.
guys, Noodles just took me up on my offer, and he's gonna tell me the story of his bad experience with Doyle. So go ahead. I'm gonna give you the floor. You talk.
all right. So before they reformed, I was given their phone number by a family friend. And Jerry was like a Christian at the time. I don't know what Doyle was. I would call these guys, and Doyle, whenever he'd pick up the phone, he would hear my voice and just hang up. And this was back in the day when Jerry was still calling himself Mo. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, I do.
So, you know, I'm a 12-year-old kid, probably younger than that. And at the time, I was born in 1980. So maybe
Gotcha.
1991, you know,
Gotcha.
none of my friends knew the Misfits. So I was like, oh, I could finally get a version of like Last Caress or something like that, you know, from these guys if I just ask them. You know what he tells me?
What?
He goes, oh, just go make a copy. Just go get a copy of it from one of your friends. I'm like 12 years old. And then he starts talking to me about baseball. I'm like, I don't watch baseball. I don't like baseball.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, bro. He's like, keep the faith. What the hell is that, Jerry? So then I run into them at the friggin' haunted hayride in Saddle River at, I think it was Van Riper's farm, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm starting to talk to Jerry, and then I try to get an autograph from Doyle, and he recognized my voice, this guy.
Shut up.
I swear to God. He turns around and looks at me, and he didn't even smile. He did like a poof, and he just walked away. And he is so lucky that I was 12 years old at the time and not a buff, handsome, strapping man like I am today. Look at my picture.
Oh, I see it. Guys, he wasn't lying. He really is. Look, I see it right here. He's taking a picture.
I challenge Doyle right now to an arm wrestling match and a boxing match at the same time.
Noodles, I just want to say, first of all, thank you for being brave and coming on the show and telling your story. Second of all, that really made this job interview so much better because I'm in the middle of a job interview as we're talking about Doyle in the middle of supposedly a job interview. And lastly, I just want to say this, an extension of what I said right before you came on. That is a shitty experience, man. And you want to know something? I have been in your shoes with people who I thought were going to be like, you know, nicer than they were. And the only solace I can take in the situation, and it does not excuse the shitty behavior at all, is just simply this, that you're like, think about that. You're talking about something that happened in 1992, which was almost 30 years ago, 29 years ago. You remember it so well. Do you think that if you ask those guys about that, like, they're not going to remember? It's just like it's a moment, just a moment in time. And that's what happens is that I
used to call them every day. And I'm going to be honest with you. If anyone
so they probably
knows
would remember.
These guys, Jerry was very nice to me. He was a very nice man. He took his time out to talk to kids, and you know, he was a nice guy. You know, he didn't have to do that, you know. But Doyle, how dare you? No, but anyway, I really like your channel. I just started watching a few days ago. I've been watching all your videos. It's really good.
Hey, thank you so much thank you for the support. Thank you for watching my videos.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming on. And yeah, dude, like I just, you know, this is just what we do. And listen, join us, Noodles, join us on Wednesday where that's when we do the live Lodi show. So if you're around, we usually do it around 9 p.m. So feel free to jump on in the comments and say hello. All right.
All right, brother. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you,
Great
man.
show.
Thanks for coming on. Cool. That was awesome, man. I love stuff like that. You know, you know, what's funny? I've spoken to people like from like New Zealand and not, by the way, shout out. I don't know if you'll watch this or not. Shout out to Nigel from Horror Story and all those bands. He did the coolest thing ever. He just sent it to me. I'm going to leave it a surprise for Wednesday's show. But another guy besides Nigel, who I couldn't talk to because of the latency issues, guy from New Zealand was like, that came on and was talking. It was just great. It's great. So thank you, Noodles. Thank you so much for coming on and tell your story and whatnot. I thought that was awesome. Hugh, you're right, man. I'm going to end this with take your job and shove it. They're not responding. I think that they figured out, I just ruined it by just saying the thing about fondling hot dogs. That was the end. I'll probably wrap this up. I just want to get to the bottom of these comments, which they just keep coming. They are so greedy. They don't even want to hear. These comments are great. Guys, I just want to tell you something. You guys make me feel so much better about myself because here I am thinking I'm literally going to be out of unemployment. I'm going to get on my feet. I'm getting back on my feet with the day job situation. And it turns out to just be a massive, massive scam. And we're making lemonade out of lemons. And you guys are cracking me up with these comments. So I just want to say thank you to all you guys. You guys are great, truly. They are so greedy. They don't even want to hear your experience in video editing, right? I'll let Robbie answer that. Just about, haha. Yeah, that's right. Robbie is just about there. Will we ever hear the lost? Hugh just keeps asking about those lost tracks. You know what? I'll tell you how you'll hear the lost tracks. Manny and Glenn Danzig will work out a deal, and Danzig, under his Evil Live record label, will officially put them out as the lost tracks, or just, whatever, however they choose to do it. And that is assuming that happens. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I have absolutely no idea. I don't know jack shit. All I'm saying is that if we're all going to hear them in the right kind of way where everybody gets paid, that's how it has to happen. And if it doesn't, it's because it's for other reasons that are terrible and not very nice. I do have a lot of Misfits records. Call me Robbie. You need to take them down. Wow. Noodles is on a campaign. Robbie Bloodshed. Noodles is on a campaign. You just heard his story, guys. He's built like He-Man, and he's gunning for Doyle. So you better watch out. Shop right. I said stop and shop. Oh God. This is so funny, man. Right? Fondling hot dogs. I was like, what? I mean, it's so ridiculous. I'm just going to write hello, right? Let me prod them. Well, you guys can't see my screen because, hold on, let me get this back. Here we go. Hello. Is the interview over? Some of you might think, oh, I'm wasting my time. I'm not. I just got a whole show. Do every day I sit here every day trying to think up like content that I can do for this channel. By the way, if you are a fan of Screamin' Jay Hawkins, I was going to break this on Wednesday, but I'll just say it now. I have the coolest thing coming about Screamin' Jay Hawkins. So if you like Screamin' Jay Hawkins, you're going to love this channel. You're going to really appreciate it. Don't click on any links that they send you. I won't. Yes, I know I froze, but I'm back. This is the best YouTube live stream I've ever been a part of. Oh my God. I can't believe you feel that way. Hold on. Ah! Gosh darn it. I lost my place in the comments. Oh, here it is. If it would have been a Taylor ham pork roll, you might have been offered an exec position, right? Yeah, I would call Doyle and Jerry every day. Blah, blah. Yeah, that's what, right. As Noodles was saying, this is when they were doing, these were the latter part of the Christ the Conqueror years, when Christ the Conqueror wasn't really going to happen. They're knee deep in a battle with Danzig for the name, the Misfits, to write and record and tour under, and lots of money is being spent. They're not going to do anything as Christ the Conqueror. I was really stoked that Noodles came on. That was a lot of fun. Noodles sounds like Mike Rowe, dude from Dirty Jobs. No offense, Noodles. So, Noodles, I guess you sound like the guy who does the Dirty Job show, Mike Rowe, according to Rue Morgue. Sorry, Noodles, but it's hilarious how pissed you are. Right, Ballad. That's what I was saying. Like he remembers it because to him, it was like that's his one interaction with those guys, calling them up every day and talking to them, which is something that would happen a lot. You could call those guys Those guys were that accessible. It's the same thing with Danzig. You got Danzig's number. You could call him up and Danzig would just talk to you. And it's the same thing with I can't tell you how many stories. I've talked about this on the show in the past. How many stories we've heard about Jerry. Jerry will call you back. The first time that Tank, Tank, who would go on to work with the Misfits 95, the first time that he actually spoke to Jerry was because Jerry called him back. He called Jerry, someone took a message. Jerry called him back while he was in the middle of dinner with his family. You know what I mean? Bro doesn't sound like a Noodles, though. I don't know. I think it's the opposite. Noodles is like, he's like, those cars that are like sleeper cars where it's like big engine and like a package that's not so whatever. So it's like, you hear the name Noodles and you're like, oh, Noodles. But then like you meet Noodles and it's like, Noodles. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. I remember the New Zealand guy. Too bad it didn't work out. Nigel did a great job, man. He recorded himself on the video. He told the story succinctly. And you know why I'm glad that we did it that way? Because I would have never stopped interrupting him and fucking, having to throw my 2 cents in every second, which I kind of did anyway on his recording, but it just would have been so much worse. So I kind of really liked that we did it that way. It was it was good. It was really good. We're music dorks. That's right. Where's Robbie at? Hi, Robbie. Christopher From says, hello, Robbie, to you. Chris From, miss you, dude. Hope you're good. Oh, you guys are all hanging out. Screamin' Jay, my brother from another mother. Dude, I love Screamin' Jay. That's my handle on Instagram, Screamin' Jay from us. I love Screamin' Jay Hawkins so much. And I'm working on a Screamin' Jay Hawkins project just on the side. Basically, it's this, you guys. I want to take my videos, like, look at what we're doing right now. I'm so glad that so many of you watch and that you're entertained, but if I'm going to be really serious about the YouTube thing, I need to take it up a notch. And so I am trying, this is a trial. I'm producing a video along the lines of 1979, not nearly as long and not nearly as in depth. More, I was who inspired me? That Finn McKinty guy from Punk Rock MBA. I was like, if you grind hard enough, maybe you could be like this guy and do this full time. And in order to do that, I just need to take my game up another notch besides just streaming out of the side of my neck like I'm doing right now, which again, I love to do. And I love talking with you guys, but I gotta take it up a notch. That's what I'm gonna do. What's up, Dagger Love? How you doing? So sorry that Dagger Love came for a Misfits show the other day and we were doing the Blu-ray show. So he was a little disappointed. I'm so sorry about that, Dagger. They're Jersey boys. All right. They sure are. Big Dude Named Tiny. Yes, that's just like Big Dude Named Tiny, which is just like the drummer from TSOL who drummed for Doyle. And that's how you got to categorize Noodles. That's how it works. You know what? I respect and appreciate Noodles' high sense of self-opinion because you know what? You got to have that in life. You got to have a high sense of self-opinion. You can't be like Henry Rollins with the low sense of opinion, low self-opinion, low self-esteem, whatever it is. Chris, did you ever speak with Zoli when he was singing for the boys? Ooh, Chris? Chris who? Who are you talking about? I'm going to sleep. Have a great night. Peter's had enough. Peter, thank you so much for joining us. Have a great night. My real name is Baldo. Now that's more your speed. Oh my God, you guys, this was friggin' hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. I should really go too because it's dinner time and this is supposed to be a job interview. My wife thinks that I'm on a job interview right now. She's like feeding the kids and like, going to be so mad when she learns that I was not on a job interview and that I chose to basically stream on YouTube for the last hour and 18 minutes. Trying to make my lemons into lemonade. I think the interview's over because they're not responding. Let me see. Let's see what they say. Hello. I am ready to buy the iPad and iPhone. Yeah. I got to wrap this up, you guys. It's over. It's over. I'm getting the hook from the wife. So I'm going to go. Listen, thank you guys so much. I love how Rollins stuck up for 12 hits from hell, though. Yes, and a lot of people, I just want to reiterate this, a lot of people were super upset that I was like doing stuff. I didn't realize that I could mute this mic at the time. And I was really embarrassed about it and really, really like it just was a bummer. Yeah. In any case, whoa, lots of comments. Whoa, exploding comments here. Hold on, wait, let's go through each one of these. That was fun. Thanks. It was worth it. I'm so glad. Zoli from Ignite tour with the Misfits as a singer after Graves. You know, I don't know much about that. I'd actually have to ask someone what exactly the deal was with Zoli, because I know that I think it was Jerry was trying to tease Graves, being like, "You're replaceable, bro. You're replaceable. We replaced you with Mike Hideous. Now we're going to replace you with Zoli." By the way, I just announced Mike Hideous is coming on Pizza Punk. That's on Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For some of you who don't know, Mike Hideous sang for the 95 Misfits for 2 tours in 98 when Michael Graves decided he wanted to go on hockey camp. So join us then on, and we got shows all this week, guys. Shows are happening all this week. Danzig vocals were amazing. Yes, yes, yes. Ratty, thanks for actually commenting after being a longtime lurker. Guys, always don't be shy. Dinner here too. Wow, you know what I realized? I realized that this is a good time to go live because people are like actually around. Thanks again. Thanks to you, Rue. Thank you. Jeff Carbone, did I just get another new nickname? Hey, well, this has been a great show. Peace and hair grease.